I am Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, story on Computer Predator.
Maybe we should hook up.
Michael Hastings, the award-winning freelance reporter who died Tuesday at the age of 33, was known for an intrepid Gonzo-style journalism that took him to war zones in Afghanistan, Iraq. Gonzo-style journalism, Gonzo-style journalism, Gonzo.
Laugh out loud.
The emergency destruct system is now active. It will detonate
We have separation. Inboard and outboard, they're on. Coming forward for the side stick. All looks good. I'm gonna blow out. Number 3. Pitch your pitch to 0. Pitch is out. I can't hold altitude. Direction outboard is on. Trip selected emergency. Flight column, I can't hold it. She's breaking up. She's breaking.
Steve Austin, astronaut, a man barely alive. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capability to make the world's first bionic man. Steve Austin will be that man. Better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster.
When you're preparing for the zombie apocalypse, a chainsaw also works on vampires, werewolves. You take your pick. Believe it or not, it'll do it every time. I know they tell you it won't, but it will. It will.
I don't think your mommy would be too pleased about that now. What a beautiful fucking day.
You gonna battle? I invented hip-hop and my little tail swinging and my big ears flopping. The Easter Bunny, baby, I deserve to be arrogant. You ugly, rapist, peller, and barbarian. Ooh, what you gonna do? You got a bucket on your head and a Fu Manchu. The Great Wall couldn't keep you out of China. Watch me run my book for luck and stick it right up your vagina. Come on, you're putting ass about to feel around the pond. Silly rabbit, you need more than luck. You've got two giant ears but can't hear that you suck. I drive a Mongol horde, your army is weak. What? You're going to attack me with a posse of thieves? I'll bite off your tail and punch your teeth down your throat, then butcher your family and make a new coat. Take it easy, baby. No need for this meanness. We should keep it peaceful, homeboy. Jesus, I give people candy. You're just like a villain. Why don't you get on my face and go back to your village? From Poland to Korea, Arabic will land. Now my DNA's in boots from New York to Japan. Ha! Easter my ass. You're not in the Bible. You're a fluffy bitch mascot for hallmark in denial.
Well, it never hurts to ask.
We can make with A, we can make with B, we can make with C, we can make with D, we can make with a chimpanzee.
The woman. Can you understand? The woman that... Easy now, easy. I don't want to hurt you. I'd like to think the feeling's mutual.
I can make with the
chimpanzee. I can mate with the chimpanzee.
Okay, headed your
Oh, very nice.
Oh, it's very evenly matched.
I don't know.
No, I'll still bet on the Sasquatch.
I can mate with the chimpanzee. I can mate with the chimpanzee.
Only his right arm is a special construction.
So it would seem.
I hate your fucking guts. I hope you get hit by a church van tonight.
I can mate with the chimpanzee. I can mate with the chimpanzee.
Well, hello, America, and welcome to the Glenn Beck program and to The Blaze. This is the network that you are building. We have been fighting for a while for somebody with a spine to stand up, and we've been waiting, and I believe it is finally here. A glimpse of hope is breaking through the deep darkness in Washington, D.C. As pessimistic as I can be at times, I am strangely optimistic at the same time. I just feel like we are on the verge of something. Unfortunately, it could go either way at this point. But you have been asking, and I think most of us have been begging on our hands and knees for men and women of courage in Washington. Take a stand against the progressive machine on the left and right. Stand up and have a spine. Somebody that's willing to put principles ahead of politics, country ahead of career. Somebody that is as fed up with the system as you are. We have cried out for someone to speak the truth to power. And we all promised them, if you would just do it, we'll back you up. Well, here is our chance to make good on our word. There is a new movement in Washington. And a few Republicans, in fact, more than a few, more than I thought would ever stand, have accepted your challenge. 70 members in Congress have taken the unprecedented step of challenging their own party leadership. They are risking absolutely everything to take a stand against the Gang of Eight, the immigration bill. I mean, anytime you've got Chuck Schumer and Lindsey Graham together is trouble. The people who are standing against have seats on powerful committees. They are chair people of those committees. They have been told, you stand against John Boehner and I will destroy you. You will lose your chairship. You will lose your point on a commission. You'll have nothing and no power. Their very jobs, they know, are at stake. They are putting all of it, every chip down on the table. And when you do what John Boehner and Lindsey Graham and everybody else in the establishment tells you and commands you to do, you're okay. And that's why when you don't, they come down like a bag of bricks and most people crumble. And they end up playing the game. But there are a courageous 70 now who have refused to kiss the clay feet of the GOP establishment. Now, I don't believe this is just a stand. I was told by many in Washington this is the Alamo. This is the line in the sand. This is it. This is the final stand. If they lose this, they believe they're in real trouble because they will lose all of their power. Payback will be hell. Many believe in Congress now that we will not survive the passage of this immigration bill, period. I will tell you that I don't think we actually survive the health care bill. But the two of these coupled together, it's impossible. And I'm told that this Obamacare bill looks harmless in comparison to the new amnesty bill. It completely destroys the rule of law and stands in defiance of every American value that made this country great. That is quite a statement, but it is not hyperbole. Our guest tonight will be here to explain with facts exactly what that means. They're trying to pass this now in the middle of the night, as they always do. Obama is urging an end of summer deadline, which of course is when everybody is on vacation and not paying attention. This is also at a time when they hope to end any talk of all scandals. All of the scandals, forget about these three, because we got a new one for you. Overwhelm the system. Intimidate, off the table. And now Harry Reid said, quote, "We are going to finish this before July 4th. We're going to finish this bill and we're going to do it as quick as we can." Oh, well, everything quick is always good, isn't it? They have a very small window to get it through while people are zoning out. Because when they tried this in 2007, it was a disaster. This is how they do it now in D.C. It was the same for Obamacare, which passed in the Senate on December 24th, 2009, Christmas Eve. It's despicable, sure. It's dishonest, absolutely. It's Washington. But no one wants to do things the right way anymore. We don't value hard work anymore. We don't value honesty or truth. It's why we've dug a $17 trillion hole, most of which in the last 15 years. Oh yeah, that's the Republicans and the Democrats. Because we've taken the easy way out. It's all about instant gratification. The ends justify the means. There is no right or wrong. It's just do whatever is right for you. It's wrong. But we don't know that anymore because God has even been relegated to the bench. An IRS agent actually told somebody applying for a 501c3, you got to keep your faith stuff to yourself. Who the heck are you to say that? And instead, we have created the same corrupt, godless, weak system of control and dependency that's a dime a dozen all around the globe. I ask you, what about my rights as an American citizen? What about my kids' rights to be educated? To have decent health care that I've paid for, that I've played by the rules my whole life for. I have to pay for all people who just come in here and just want it? Don't I have rights too? I have a civil right to know that my elected officials work for me and are ensuring equal justice of the law. If I break the law, put me in jail. If somebody else breaks the law, put them in jail. I have a right to know that when a foreigner commits a crime, they will all be deported, whether they are from England, Mexico, Hungary, that no one is spared as a result of political correctness. I have a right to know that the Christian German homeschooling family is going to be treated exactly the same under the visa laws as a Saudi national will be. I have a right to know that my government is keeping our country safe by securing our borders, but they're not securing our borders, but they have to listen to your phone calls. And they're inviting chaos and destruction by rewarding lawbreakers, and they don't even know who's here. I feel for the Mexican citizen living under corruption and violence and poverty. And you better understand their pain, America, because you're about to live that way too. I feel for the Chinese citizen enduring communism and labor camps. And if America really cared about civil rights, if our leaders in Washington, they would tell you to stop buying Apple products from people that are making them in places like Foxconn, where they're throwing themselves off the balcony because they have no rights. You want to talk to me about civil rights and the right thing to do? Stop buying Apple products. We won't do that. We are the world's lifeboat. The Titanic is the world and it is sinking. You've got to keep a lifeboat afloat You must keep America prosperous and free, where people play by the rules, where the rules mean something. If there are special rules for special groups, let me ask you this. Are you going to go to a casino and play blackjack, where 21 is blackjack for me, but 14 and above is okay for everybody else? Are you ever going there? You'll never create any wealth. You'll never have any equality unless blackjack is 21 for every player every single time.